welcome back to Alice Talks Football, and today's video is 5 things we learned versus Lask. So Manchester United have beaten Lask or however you pronounce the name, the top team in Austria, 5-0 at their stadium. And the first thing I must say is, when watching the game I thought it wasn't as exciting because obviously the stadium was empty. I don't know if anyone else thought that. Let me know if you thought that too in the comment section down below. But we beat them 5-0, fair deserved win, we dominated them. I don't even know what happened in the last 2 minutes. Greenwood scored, then Pereira scored, it went from like 3-0 to 5-0, bada bing. Like, the tie is done, like, unless Lask go to Old Trafford and score 6 goals, which I don't think anyone, I don't think it will happen. It won't happen, and won't happen. We're going to go through. We've basically done the job out there. We've put out a very strong squad against Lask, so I was expecting to win 2-3-0. 5-0, brilliant, job done. We can play some of the youngsters in the home leg if that ever happens. So today's video is 5 things we learned versus Lask. The first point is Ighalo. Now, so Ighalo has come to Manchester United and he's got 4 goals and 3 starts. What a touch, what a finish. He's proven that he's got control, something Lukaku never had when he was with us, and he can finish his shots. And I think I'm very happy with Ighalo so far at Manchester United. Obviously Martial's our first choice, number 9, but seeing Ighalo so far, I know we are playing last, so I'm not going to get too ahead of myself, but seeing Ighalo so far makes me feel comfortable that we do have a decent backup number 9, and the way he's going, I wouldn't mind having him there for squad depth next season, to be honest. Obviously, you know, Martial's our first choice striker, but in the smaller games and for rotation, I think Ighalo is doing perfectly well. I'm happy with that. Every goal he gets increases his confidence. He hit the post, he almost had 2 goals today. You know, his control's good, his touch's good. He offers something different to Martial, because Martial's a kind of flair, quick player. Ighalo's sort of a hold-up player, physical, strong. He's got a little bit more physical presence in the box, so he offers a little bit of variety. And I'm very happy that Ighalo scored. And that's the first positive, is that Ighalo keeps on scoring when he gets his chance. Now, Martial's got a start in the big games, but I think Ighalo's someone that's good for squad rotation, and I'd like to keep him in the Manchester United squad. Now, the second thing I want to touch on is Dan James. Now, Dan James looked really bright today, if that was me. This day, once again, for me, you know, his player intelligence is lacking again, but we can see there's a player in Dan James. Like, his runs he makes, his dribbling, you know, he got a goal, he could have got a second goal. I think now he's got a goal, and obviously since the break he's looked much more refreshed. And the thing about Dan James is he's a momentum player in a weird way. When he's on like a good run and he scored a goal, I feel like he's just going to go and get another goal in a few weeks or something. And I'm very happy that Dan James scored. I think he looked brilliant. He looked really good against Manchester City, but he was just lacking that end product. And now he's got a goal. He just needs to improve his football intelligence, get his head up, try and make the right passes and the right runs. But Dan James, I think, looked really bright, really energetic. I'm really happy he got the goal, and I think there's a player in Dan James. The third point we're going to talk about is Bruno Fernandez, who got the assist for the Ighalo goal. Now, this wasn't Bruno Fernandez's best game in the Manchester United shirt, but he did the job. And the thing about Bruno Fernandez is he always wants to get the ball forward. He's always looking to pass it forward, which is nice, because before Bruno Fernandez came to Manchester United, we were getting the ball and then we'd pass it back, and we like got the ball like on the opposition's box, but we just pass it back and we couldn't break down teams. But Bruno Fernandez, if a team sits back against us, he has the ability to like pass the ball through like the lines, dink it over. He's always passing it forward, which means that we can actually break down teams that sit back against us. Because obviously before Bruno Fernandez came, we were really struggling to get goals. But ever since Bruno Fernandez came, we just can't stop scoring because he can break down teams. He's always looking to pass it forward. He did a great pass forward, I think, into Luke Shaw in the first half. He obviously passed it to Ighalo. You know, we'd have never scored that if Bruno didn't think, oh, let's pass it forward to Ighalo. I know it's the more dangerous pass, but, you know, I'm not going to pass it back. Because if that was Lingard, he would have just passed it left back to Luke Shaw. But Bruno Fernandez is always looking to pass it forward, and I think that's something we've been missing. And I think, you know, Lask, they're not the best team, but they're probably planning to sit back defensively and keep us out. But with a player like Bruno Fernandez, he's going to want to attack you, so we broke them down really well. And I do think Ollie's lineup was very strong today, but you know what, games are getting cancelled, so you might as well just go all out. Now, my fourth point is, I think Eric Bailly should play over Lindelof. Now, I don't hate Lindelof. I think Lindelof's a good player, and I know, obviously this is Lask, so I'm not going to say he's amazing, but when we saw him against Chelsea, the thing about Eric Bailly is he has a bit more pace and physicality than Lindelof, and I think he is a better pairing with Maguire, because Maguire's slow, Lindelof's slow. With Bailly and even Tuanzebe, you've got a bit more pace, so it's people can't run in behind us as much. And I think that Bailly is a better suited player to go alongside Maguire, but obviously Bailly's injury record means that Lindelof's a safer option. Now Lindelof's been pretty good for Manchester United, so is Bailly. So it is a tough choice, but for me, I think Bailly is the better of the two centre-backs. Who do you think's better, Bailly, Tuanzebe or Lindelof? I think Tuanzebe has a great potential, but we haven't seen enough of him this season. The fifth and final point is dominance, expected dominance. This is really good because we've seen games like Rochdale and like when we went to Partizan away where we've put out a much stronger squad than the opposition and we've like won 1-0 or 1-0 and like we're just having shots but we're not even doing much. But I remember when we played Astana at home and we only won 1-0. The thing about today is we put a strong team out and we're actually dominating like we should be doing. And we've ever since Tranmere, every time we put a strong team out against a weak team, we've actually been dominating, which shows that Ollie's tactics have improved. Obviously, it was a very strong team. Maybe he's put a strong team out because he's expecting the Spurs game to get cancelled, or maybe he just wanted to get the job done in the first leg. Well, the job is done. I actually have to say, Taif Chon looked quite bright. He was making a good runs. Yeah, he lost the ball a few times, but I think, I could see a little player in Taif Chon. Greenwood, what a finish, what a well-taken go. Good for Andres Pereira to score. He's very happy with that. That's my overall thoughts on the game. That is 5 things we learned from Manchester United's 5-0 victory at Lask. Let me know your thoughts on the game in the comments down below. If you haven't already, like this video and then subscribe down below to Alice Talks Football so you don't miss daily Manchester United content from me. If you have any video suggestions, also put it in the comment below. Share this video and I'll try and reply to all my comments. Thank you everybody for watching.